Friends, James Owen Brown here. Welcome back to Pop Culture Punch Out. I'm a bit early, but I figured it would give me an opportunity to share the links and do all of the things. Friends, I hope you're well. The last episode of Pop Culture Punch Out went really well. It was a lot of fun. We had quite a bit of engagement. The episode actually outperformed me and the boys wrestling, believe it or not. It's a little bit unfair because the feed got cut on the Me and the Boys episode, so it's tough to get a genuine comparison, but hey, that happened. Bear with me while I share the links. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and put a like on this video and do all the social media things because it helps immensely and it's free. Okay, one link. Where did it not share? Share the group. Sorry, friends, bear with me. I think I've got it figured out now. It's like some posts require approval. I'm like, I'm the admin. Just accept it. Accept it. Oh, it did actually work. I'm double posting like a fool. Look at that first matchup, friends. Mr. Clean versus Link. It doesn't get any more random than that. Two losers last week. I have the information. I started a Google Doc so I can keep track of who won, who lost, and what the hell exactly is going on. Okay. One more link to share. I'm going to hit go on this, and we can get a look at our brand new special guest referee that I hired specifically for Pop Culture Punch Out. All right. All the links are shared. We're off to the races. Our brand new referee here.
The special referee for this match,
Ray Charles, friends. The brand new referee of Pop Culture Punch Out. And I can't think of anybody more fitting. I was scrolling through the community creations and I saw him and I was like, yes, this is the guy. Hopefully nobody gets confused because I'm about 10 minutes early than I should be, but that's okay. They'll miss all that part where I was like, I just got to share these links. Look at Ray Charles running the ropes. He's done this before. It's his first rodeo. And we get a look at the Pop Culture Punch-Out logo. Artisanally crafted by AI. And it is everywhere in the Pop Culture Coliseum, and why wouldn't it be? Kind of overcast and rainy outside. It's a good day to sit in and play some wrestling, watch some wrestling, watch some Pop Culture Punch Out. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the social media things. It helps immensely and it's free. We are about to see Mr. Clean take on Link. Two losers. Wow. Two losers from last week. Mr. Clean we saw lose to Terry Crews. And Link lost to Mario. Now I accidentally deleted Mario because I was positive in my head I remembered the results correctly, but when I checked back, I did not. So Mario's out of here. Whatever, he's fine. And we'll see what happens with Link. So basically I settled on, we talked last week about the format, kind of a lose and you're out, but it didn't seem quite right. So I decided to make it a double elimination scenario. So lose twice and you're out of here. So these first couple matches, these guys are literally fighting for their careers at Pop Culture Punch-Out. Here comes Link. He's got the Master Sword. He's got the shield on his back. They're making a Zelda movie. I posted a short about it today that you may or may not have seen. If you didn't see it, go check out that short. Just some of my opinions on the rumored cast of the Legend of Zelda live-action movie. We talked about this last week. Link threatening the fans doesn't really seem in character for him. But hey, he can do what he wants. Mr. Clean looking on. Only one of these two men is going to have a career at the end of this match. Is it going to be Mr. Clean? Is it going to be Link? And is Ray Charles going to call it down the middle? All this and more remains to be seen tonight. In our main event, we've got a situation. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure to stick around. Where is my money? Mr. Clean wants to know. Get me my rupees. Is it rupees in Zelda? Or is it just coins? I feel like it's rupees. Okay. Pretty good count from Ray Charles. So far showing no bias. I set this card up. I put Ray Charles as the referee for every single match, friends. Ray Charles is the new referee here. Ooh. It looks like you can use the special guest referee for most match types. So that's alright. We can run with that bit. Till I forget. And spoil it all. Link looking for a submission hold here. Mr. Clean gonna punch his way out. Link with a kick to the guts. And the Irish whip. Clothesline missed. Clothesline connects. Misses wild. Link gonna elbow his way out. We got a reversal fest here. Nasty looking backbreaker. Only good for a 2 count. Wow. A lot of missed moves and botches in this one. Maybe we should fire them both. Mr. Clean working on the legs. Kick to the guts. Overhand smash. Link is down. Double axe handle to the back. Who's going to make it out of this sudden death situation, really? If you get pinned to the mat for 3, you don't have a career here. You're not coming back. We're getting somebody else. We're going to replace you with one of the Teletubbies. It doesn't even matter what one. We can get them all. They've all been here. I am on good terms with so many pop culture characters. I just have to say the word, they'll show up for me. That's how good of a booker and promoter I am. They all know. Mr. Clean going for a pin. Ray Charles letting us know that that was only a 2 count. Uh-oh. He's looking for it. The magic eraser on Link. That's got to do it. Oh, wow. Link gets his hand on the rope, and Ray Charles saw it. How about that? It's a miracle. I noticed Ray Charles has a power bar. And I guess at any point the referee can decide to just start throwing punches if he wanted to. It's one button push. It's pretty fun to play the referee. If you guys have this game, do a few matches and just play as referee. It's surprisingly fun. Pick somebody you hate, put them in the ring against some other loser, and have the loser beat the guy you hate. It's cathartic. Link looking for a nasty looking submission here. Oh no, he's not. He's just going to smash his face. Nothing clean about that. That is a dirty move. Link going to drag this man. Maybe he's going to look for a pin. I don't know how it goes really. I think I'm in the ballpark. Link looking for a smash. He's not going to get it. Mr. Clean with the small package. 1, 2. Ooh. 2.5. Ray Charles said so. Mr. Clean with a stomp. Now he says, get up. Get up, punk. Ray Charles has a finisher built up. You know what I should do is randomly assign Ray Charles some allies and enemies. Wow, Link with a bridged suplex. Gets the pin here, and Mr. Clean is done. I'm surprised. The hero of Legend of Zelda, the hero of Hyrule, Link. Where's his hat? He needs a hat. Link has a hat, right? Pretty sure he does. I'll give him his hat and be like, take this. It could be dangerous. Up next, Ace Ventura versus Napoleon Dynamite. You're only going to see that here, friends, on Pop Culture Punch-Out. If you like this idea, if you find this entertaining, please subscribe. Mr. Gingras is here. And the chat lady says the emojis. It's one of my favorite things that happens. Okay, we won't waste time on the entrance of Ray Charles because we've already seen it. Just get a look at him.
The following contest is a special referee match. Please welcome
Ray Charles, our brand new referee here at Pop Culture Punch-Out.
First, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 198 pounds.
It's Ace Ventura fighting for his career. I should be updating the Google Doc as I go, but I'm going to let it slide so I'm not back and forth and distracted. I'll remember this time. If you're just joining us and you missed it, I accidentally deleted Mario, thinking that he had won his match, but he in fact didn't. Or no, maybe he did. Yeah, I deleted him even though he won. That's what it was. Whatever. Who cares? Nobody's calling us out on continuity here at Pop Culture Punch-Out. We got Ace Ventura dancing in the ring. That's all we need. And he will take on Napoleon Dynamite. 2 losers last week. Ace Ventura lost to Dr. House. Napoleon Dynamite lost to Lloyd Christmas.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at
If Ace Ventura makes it out of this
150
match
pounds.
next week, we're going to have him fight Lloyd Christmas. There's only room for one Jim Carrey on the thing. I'm trying to conserve space. The fellas over at Me and the Boys are making brand new guys daily, just cranking them out. They want them on the show. I can't fit them. And I hate to break their little hearts, you know? The sadness in their eyes. Napoleon Dynamite is a freak show, and I kind of hope he wins as well. It's tough. I get attached to these guys. PCP. PCP. Ace Ventura starts it off hot here. A bunch of strikes. He goes up over the top and down into a pin situation. Stomps the hand. You want to check this man's Oh my God, he just killed Napoleon Dynamite. I was going to say check his pockets for pocket taters. Only good for a 2 count. It's very early here, but Ace Ventura trying to put this to bed in a hurry because his career is on the line. 2 losses and you're out of here. That's the new rule, and we're sticking to it from here on out. I did delete the Flintstones because, meh. The Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow are still here, and they're going to take on the only other tag team we have, and that's Like and Subscribe. Ace Ventura with a splash. Only good for a 2 count. Really going to work here on this poor kid. Really showing off all of his skills.
Good skill job. Full staff skills.
Oh. Odd looking senton. Very jarring move. Blunt force trauma. Ace Ventura going to hook this man in a good old-fashioned camel clutch. Or maybe that's the Acolyte. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. Napoleon Dynamite going to try and stop the bleeding, but he's going to miss wild on a springboard corkscrew cross-body attempt. Gets his head banged into the buckle. Ace going to help him up. Napoleon reverses, and that's probably for the best. This one could have been over. Oh, no. The wing clipper from Ace Ventura. Whoa. And then a springboard moonsault that misses by a mile. Napoleon reverses. And then a standing shooting star press. You don't expect him to be that quick in those tight jeans, but here we are. Oh my God. Ace Ventura almost kind of putting on a clinic here against Napoleon Dynamite. This is a running sit-out power bomb. Ray Charles going to count it. And it is over. Ace Ventura moves on. He'll take on Lloyd Christmas next week. Lloyd Christmas, win or lose. It would be best almost if Lloyd Christmas were to lose, and then it would be a genuine elimination situation without having to kind of fabricate one, but who cares? It doesn't matter. They call the referee very fair. Okay. So far, so good. Ray Charles holding it down. I will definitely do that for next week. I will somehow randomly select enemies and allies for Ray Charles. I need to set that up. I found out that the bloodline match where you have all your allies and stuff come run in to help is fixed via update, but you need to set the allies in universe mode and play mode so that it all functions correctly. And oh my god, it's so tedious. It's not hard or anything. It's just very tedious. Let's skip this. We don't need to see Ray Charles come down again. But we will get a look at our competitors. In the stunning pop culture punch-out arena, here they come, following the yellow brick road all the way to the ring. It's the Osmonauts, the Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion. Friends, I hope you're well. Check out our sponsor to the channel, www.420dna.com, because if it's in you, it should be on you, just like it's on me at all times, for all your subtle 420 apparel needs. Look at these two. They look great. They hung in against the Flintstones last week. The Flintstones were in charge for a good chunk of that matchup, but in the end, the Osmonauts pulled it out. They're going to have their work cut out for them tonight, though. Ring veterans. Oh, no! I have so much to explain right now to an audience that's less familiar with the glitches of WWE 2K25. Oh my god. Okay, I'll tell you the quick version while they're coming out. This is so funny. So the last update of the game made it so that entrance attires would just disappear and you just get like the base version, no hair, like I don't even think they have eyebrows, no clothes, no nothing. It would strip the guy down and you got to kind of go in and fix it. And it's not everybody, it's just pretty much random. So I found 4 or 5 on the Me and the Boys roster, and I got them fixed up. I'm all up to date, but it's kind of like this Russian roulette that, to be honest, I totally forgot about it. And this is what like and subscribe look like underneath it all. And I'll have to make a note to get them fixed up. They'll be fine when we cut to this. But, yeah. So that's a lot of fun. Thanks a lot, 2K25. Ugh, just awful. WWE 2K25, the third most glitched game in the history of games. And at least it's funny, I guess. Subscribe going for a pin early. Like with a springboard cross body block. Like and subscribe in firm control right now, and they should be. They are absolute veterans and legends of digital wrestling. At least in my mind. And in my world. In my universe. And last year's iteration were downloaded 9 times. So they're out there. I'm in a 2K group on Facebook, and somebody, I think he's called King Dominator, and I believe that he's in NXG, and I picked a fight with him in character. Whoa, that kendo stick just flew out into the crowd. Oh my god. We have to check in and see if everybody's okay. Where's Ray Charles? Why is there even a kendo stick in there? And he was in the group King Dominator, talking about how the character had been downloaded over 1,000 times, and this guy's just in 1,000, on 1,000 people's system. It's pretty cool. And then I made the connection that, like, hey, I think I'm in a group with that guy, and it turned out that he was a guy that I had picked a fight with. So we'll see what materializes out of that. Meanwhile, subscribe is perched and then hits a drop kick on the Scarecrow. Are there no rules here? Did Ray Charles just miss that? Subscribe used a bat, laid out the Scarecrow on the outside. Ray Charles didn't see it. Somehow. Oh no. Big leg drop. Where the hell was Light going? Drops an elbow drop onto the cement floor for no reason. It's pandemonium here, friends, at Pop Culture Punch-Out in the Pop Culture Punch-Out Coliseum. Now there's a kendo stick out there. There's no way Ray Charles didn't see that, so there must not be any disqualifications here. I just said it for Tornado Tag. It's not supposed to be extreme rules and hardcore. You're supposed to be having a fun tag match, and these guys want to take it to the outside and use bats and whatnot. Where is my money? Like and subscribe are two of my favorites. They always will be, and I will always have them. And they are there for me to remind you. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, do all those social media things. It helps immensely, and it's free. Now, I think, win or lose, we're going to keep... Well, the Osmonauts will have only lost once if they were to lose tonight. The Flintstones may have been cut prematurely. I probably should have kept them around. They were a fun tag team to watch, but we'll get a new tag team. It's fine. Maybe Ace Ventura and Lloyd Christmas. Maybe they can have another shot. That kind of makes sense as a tag team. I did rewatch last week's episode and tried to kind of make a mental note of everything we talked about and all the characters that were suggested. And when I went hunting, it wasn't... It was bad. There was no Betty White. Nobody made a Betty White? How's that possible? I thought for sure if there weren't all the Golden Girls, there would at least be a Betty White. And there was none. However, I did find Queen Elizabeth. And I don't know, maybe she wouldn't be too hard to turn into Betty White, I guess. Oh my God. Mike's got a sledgehammer. Okay, the sledgehammer's fine, but we're going to call rope break. Weird. The default settings are weird. Like and subscribe going to roll out. The Scarecrow going to pander. We got a banger on our hands, friends. Very even match so far. Whoa! The Scarecrow just jumped right over top of that man. Subscribe took a knee to the face. Scarecrow going for a pin on Like. Wow, he got him. And that's going to do it. The Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow win again. The Osmonauts pick up another win. Wow. We saw Like and Subscribe fight each other last week in a special attraction situation. And Subscribe picked up the win. Wow, look at these fellas. Dominant in the tag division, 2-0. Not bad.
-1 for like and subscribe.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they're 0-1 in the tag division. Up next, we're going to get some ladies involved. We got Queen Bee versus the Queen. Entrance is on. Except for Ray Charles. We're not watching this guy's entrance for every single match. To be fair, they probably don't expect you to use a special referee for every match, but it's the only way I can get them. Otherwise, we have generic referee 4. Here we go. Let's get our first look at Queen Bee. See if they do her justice. Okay. She looks pretty white. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you can't hear, my wife is confirming that does in fact look just like Beyonce. She has seen her live and knows better than me for sure. The outfit is bang on. Actually, maybe it's not. It's pretty revealing for Beyonce. Is she that? Maybe like older Beyonce? Today's Beyonce? Yeah. Okay. She is fit. But can she fight? She probably could. Yeah. Let's see how Queen Elizabeth II. Whoa. She's feisty. Well, she's normally very stoic and regal. Not tonight. Not here. She knows she's in for a war. At least neither of these two came out in their underwear. Just before you walked into the room, that glitch hit like and subscribe. So we saw,
Naked?
yeah, we saw like and subscribe and what they look like underneath. They look like two Uncle Phils out there in their underpants.
PCP, PCP.
Oh wow, Queen Elizabeth immediately with a big drop kick right in the face. Springboard moonsault off the bottom rope onto Beyonce, and she wants to end this quick. Where is my money, you jerk? Queen Elizabeth demanding to know she needs to pay back the treasury. Now a springboard moonsault off the top rope. I hope she does a middle rope one and hits for the cycle. Oh, Beyonce kicked her right in the head with that big boot. Oh no, she slapped the Queen. Yeah, Queen's not going to be happy about that. Beyonce says no, sweeps the leg, pushes her down. Oh my God, Beyonce going for a figure four. Uh-oh. Queen's going to reverse the pressure. Right in front of Ray Charles. Beyonce looked like Samoa Joe there, just steps right out of the way. And then into a Boston Crab. Beyonce a fan of those classic leg submissions. She probably has very strong legs. Oh my God. Kicks the Queen right in the side of the head. Smashes her face down. Beyonce looking for a chop, but the Queen blocks into a whirlybird. And drag her over here. Trying to inflict some more damage. Oh. To the head, to the side. Snapmare takedown. Elbow to the top of the head. Now she's going for a pin. Is it enough? It is not. Ray Charles says it's 2. And what Ray Charles says goes. Oh. Drop kick in the face. Beyonce reverses. Oh my God. The Queen with a series of back handsprings. And then a drop kick right in the chest. Looking for a clothesline. Beyonce reverses. Beyonce trying to shift the momentum here. Big spear. Wow. She's looking for a pin. Only good for a 1. Authoritative kick out from the Queen. Not ready to go down yet. But Beyonce's got a finisher stored, and that's it. Oh my God. Nails her with that finisher. We have to come up with a name for that one for sure. We call that the Halo. Crowd cheering for women's wrestling in the Pop Culture Punch-Out Coliseum, and that's just what we're giving them. This match was supposed to be Betty White versus the Queen, but we couldn't get her. We got Beyonce. Knee to the guts, knee to the side of the head. The Queen with a reversal. Beyonce's in trouble here right now. Oh no. Never mind, I take it back. Beyonce is just fine. This one could be done. The Queen is in fact in trouble, not Beyonce. She's got to try and stop the bleeding here. Oh, the Queen with a slap, misses the clothesline. Beyonce with a shot to the back, sweeps the leg. Queen wisely going to roll out of there. She's got to figure out a way to stop the momentum. Uh-oh. Beyonce setting something up. Oh, wow. The Queen with the sidestep, and Beyonce falls all the way down to that hard cement. Now the Queen's got a finisher stored up. Queen Elizabeth Del Sol out on the hard cement. Now she's got a second finisher, so that must have been a signature. Beyonce going to toss her back in. Ray Charles got the count on. Slow and steady count. Uh-oh. Wow. Beyonce looking for a finisher, but it's blocked. Looking for that halo. The Queen drives the head of Beyonce down into the mat. Is it enough? Wow, rope break. Right in front of the cameras. Ray Charles even saw it. Vicious back kick. Now she's on the outside. A flipping, some kind of a splash. Beyonce with a slap and a punch. She's starting to get angry and frustrated out there. She's not looking as technical and finesse-oriented as she did in the early on. The Queen with a Frankensteiner. Oh, wow. Urging Beyonce to get up, just so she can hit her with one of those. A Hurricane Rana. A tornado head scissors, and there's a cutter. All the way around with the neck. Down with it. Is it enough? Wow. Thought that might have been it. Crowd loving it. Uh-oh. Looking for a submission here. Working the neck of Beyonce. Referee should get in there and make sure that's not a choke. There it is again, the Hurricane Rana. The springboard Hurricane Rana from the outside to the inside. She going to go for a pin here? She is not. Oh, wow. Standing shooting star press misses. She lands on the knees. Beyonce hits the spear, and that's going to give her a finisher. Are we going to see it again? Wow. Ooh. I don't know what to call that. The Destiny's Child. Good for a 3 count. Queen Bee picks up the win over Queen Elizabeth. That was a good match.
Here is your winner, the Queen Bee!
The If I can free up some more slots, we'll get some more ladies for the ladies division, but yeah, there's no slots. This is a constant problem. Now, this one could have been the main event. I was very excited about this one as I looked down the list of winners and tried to pair up the winners. So, the winners of these next few are going to be undefeated. And I don't know, 2 wins in a row. You're on a streak. That's something. Oh, yeah. We're skipping Ray Charles. We don't need to see him come down for a 3rd and 4th and 5th time. Here comes Lobo, the intergalactic bounty hunter from DC Comics.
From parts unknown, weighing in
Kind of a DC Wolverine, I guess, if you're not familiar. A very fun character. And last week we saw him beat the hell out of Chad Kruger from Nickelback. And we all briefly lived vicariously through this man. And he's going to take on... Is he the best Star Trek character? He's up there. Like, very memorable for sure. Like, if you made a top 10 list, and even just by the sheer amount of content alone, because you've got the whole of Next Generation, and then you've got a good chunk of DS9 as well, plus the movies.
weighing in at 267 pounds.
267. There he is, son of Moog, the Klingon champion. It's Worf. Yeah, I mean, he might not be the best, not the best, but he's going to be on a top 10 list for sure. Who's your guys' favorite Star Trek character? I like Data a lot. And I'm pretty sure that the character is going to be from Next Generation for me. That's my favorite Star Trek. My favorite from the original series was Spock for sure. There's so much Star Trek, so many characters to choose from. Have a look, see if there's any more Star Trek guys on the community creations list.
PCP, PCP.
But no matter who you like better, inarguably 2 of the toughest SOBs on the roster. Worf gonna take charge early. Oh, Lobo kicks him right in the face. Bounces off the ropes. Lands a big splash. Oh my god. Lobo gonna deadlift that 267 pounds. And where's he gonna place him? Just dumps him behind his back. Picked him up like he was nothing. What's going on there? Maybe it was a preemptive rope break? Ray Charles didn't want to count that one? I just had to hit the controller to make sure I wasn't in charge of Ray Charles. That was the slowest count I've ever seen. Is Ray Charles biased? Does Ray Charles like Star Trek, maybe? He doesn't know who Lobo is. Crowd knows. Irish whip. Ray Charles kind of wandering in the way. And so far, I haven't seen a single thing wrong with the refereeing of Ray Charles so far. Until this match. One. Feels a bit slow for Worf there. Computer says it's on pace. Maybe it's me. I did have a big swig of my coffee. Maybe I'm in fast forward now. Series of elbows, drop kick to the back, right in his ass. Klingons do only have the one ass, I believe, right? Oh, wow. Lobo looking for a top rope shoulder block. It's reversed into a power slam. Where is my money? I'll take it in gold pressed latinum. Worf drops an elbow into the sternum, and the momentum has completely shifted here. And of course, just as I say it, it shifts back as Lobo reverses. We are going to, well, I thought maybe Suplex City, but it ends with a ripcord clothesline that turns Worf inside out. Lobo goes for a pin. Wow. Just a vicious series of offense from Lobo. Strange looking move. It's spinning sit out power bomb. Only good for a 2 count. Just kind of twisted him all sorts of different ways. Worf's never been manhandled like that. That's only going to upset him though. He's hungry for battle. He'll fight you all the way to Valhalla or whatever it's called. It's not Valhalla. I can't remember what it's called. The Klingon Glory Hall. Lobo looking for another weird power bomb. Instead, he's just going to hang him out to dry across the top rope. Worf going to try and maneuver Lobo, but that's not going to work. Lobo misses a drop kick. Worf with an Irish whip. Tries to catch Lobo. Lobo reverses with a judo flip. Panders a little bit to the crowd. Irish whip again. Ray Charles really in the way. Lobo climbing the ropes here. Urging Worf to get up. Maybe he's looking for that shoulder block again. He is. This time he connects. Right in the chest. The lights have gone out here. What is happening? What is this now? Some kind of outside interference? Look out, Lobo. He's definitely behind you. Oh my god, it's Borat! Very nice! It's Borat! Borat ducks out. Referee doesn't see it. Worf going for a pin. Is there an alliance between Worf and Borat? We're going to see Borat later take on Ron Burgundy. And that's amazing. Probably somebody's payback move. If we're going to pull back the curtain, Worf probably has the call ally payback move. And the computer just picked whoever. But at least it was somebody from the Pop Culture Punch-Out roster. And it wasn't like Pete Dunne or CM Punk or something. Amazing. Only good for a 2 count. We'll see if Worf can benefit from that interruption that Ray Charles didn't see, I guess. Oh no. Scissor kick across the back of the head. Is it enough? Worf's got 2 finishers saved up. Let's see, whatever this move is, we're calling it the bat leaf. Is that what it's called? A bat leaf? Bat lift? I think that's what it's called. It's not going to matter because Lobo just clobbered him at end of days. Wow. Lobo going to remain undefeated here on Pop Culture Punch-Out, and Worf going to drop a tear. The 1-1. One of the nice things about 2K25 is that it does actually keep track of the win-loss record for the character, so we can keep a pretty good eye on who's done what. Where it'll get screwy is if we do any multi-man matches, which we will tonight in the main event. And that's where it goes sideways, because that'll count as a loss, even though it was an 8-man ridiculous multi-man match. I'm excited for this one. Terry Crews and Herman Munster. Terry Crews would have fought Mario, but I deleted him by accident, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to care too much. Herman Munster is better anyway. We saw Mario. We saw what he had to offer. Maybe we'll get him back. Maybe I'll wait until you guys forget about him, and then boom, he'll show up. It'll be a huge deal. And Ray Charles making his way to the ring over and over and over again. Terry Crews, impressive in a win last week over Mr. Clean. He's throwing up the X, making his way down. Crowd looks on. They don't seem all that fired up for him. They're not standing up or anything like that. He's going to hop over those ropes, showing off that agility. Up on top, letting them know one of these men is going to leave here on a winning streak, and one will not. Herman Munster in his debut, so I guess that's not really fair. Whatever, we'll just keep track.
And his opponent from your darkest fears, weighing in at 245 pounds.
245? I don't know about 245. I assume the guy's at least 7 feet tall. He looks pretty good. Did you guys like the Munsters? I like the Munsters. Munsters, the Addams Family. We rewatched the Addams Family from the beginning. We watched it all. The complete set on DVD. Not too long ago, maybe 5 years ago. And it held up. It holds up really well. I was excited for that Rob Zombie Munsters movie. Did that ever come out? I don't know whatever happened to that. And they're off. Herman Munster gonna no-sell Terry Crews. Don't see that too often. Shrugging off blows from Terry Crews. He's got a back pedal. Got that Frankenstein strength. Oh, wow. Smashes him across his knee. Where is my money? Herman Munster needs to know. Oh, wow. The gator roll. And into a submission situation, really cranking on the neck there. A boot to the back. Herman Munster says, get up so I can knock you back down. I'm going to toss this man outside the ring here. No, I'm going to pull him back in. Looking for a pin, but I think it's too soon. Terry Crews needs to stop the bleeding here. Oh my God, Herman Munster with the agility. Ray Charles going to count it. He's in a suit this time. Herman Munster picking a man up, throwing a man down. Similar fighting style to our friend to Block. Check him out at exposethenorth.ca, sharetheshock.ca, and on YouTube. Just put into Block, you'll find him. Or you can find a link at sharetheshock.ca. I believe all of his links are there. Keep up to date with the latest from the soon-to-be greatest. Update your playlist and that will update your status. Also, check out xrpradio.co.uk. Check out our friend DUI, Driving Under Insanity, and his show, Hosting Under Insanity, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ray Charles going to count it. Not going to be enough. Herman Munster looks like an absolute beast. Well, a monster, really. Oh my God, he's got his arm all tied up. He's in the torture rack. Terry Crews going to elbow his way out of that situation. Herman Munster shoves him away, scoops him up, carries him around. And then Snake Eyes. Big boot right in the throat. Terry Crews got to try and mount some kind of an offense here. Well, this one's going to be over very shortly. Kick to the gut. Oh no. Wow. The Munster's edge. Looking for a pin, but it looks like his leg is under the rope. Wow, goes for a finisher, but he missed. This could be the window Terry Crews needs. Smashes his head into the turnbuckle. Herman Munster with a vicious clothesline. They should check Terry Crews for a concussion. Hooks the leg. Ray Charles going to count it. Only good for 2. Wow. Herman Munster drops the fist. The Munster slam. Terry Crews still throwing punches. Herman Munster still no selling him. It's that purple in the power bar. I don't know how you get that. Some sort of an option you can choose. Oh, wow. Herman Munster catches Terry Crews going to the top rope and then drops him down. Oh, nasty. And then across the knee. Now he's going to drag this man through the middle of the ring, looking for a 3 count. Is it enough? It is not. Ray Charles only gets to 2. Standing shooting star press. Now he's going to pick this man up. Munster reverses. Oh my God. Just by the neck, up and over his head. Yeah, nobody's shocked there. Herman Munster with that bludgeoning force and ridiculous strength is going to send Terry Crews to the consolation side of the bracket and keep himself on the championship side. Up next, Dr. House versus Lloyd Christmas, who also both picked up wins last week. Dr. House fought Ace Ventura, and Lloyd Christmas fought Napoleon Dynamite. We'll skip the Ray Charles entrance. We definitely don't need it. Maybe next week we'll mix up the match types a little bit. Get some submission matches, maybe an Extreme Rules or 2. Maybe. I like normal matches. Some of these guys need to make some allies and stuff. I mean, I could set them, but stuff like what we saw earlier with Borat and Worf. Obviously, Borat is somehow aligned with Worf. We need more of that. Dr. House making his presence felt here, stomping around, showing everybody that he can walk just fine. He doesn't need that cane. We saw him flying all around the ring last week. He was the quicker of the pair.
And his opponent from Providence, Rhode Island.
And here comes Dumb or Dumber. It's Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber.
Big as ass, Seabass.
Or whatever your favorite line is from that movie. There's 1,000 you could choose. And as soon as the red light goes on, I can only think of Kick His Ass Seabass. There was a medley of awesome one-liners in the chat last episode. Lloyd Christmas letting them know.
PCP, PCP.
Friends, please like, share, and subscribe. Do all the social media things. It helps immensely, and it's free. Lloyd Christmas again starts the match off with a slap and then a weird-looking go-around that ends up in a pinning situation. Oh, wow. Taunting Dr. House. Looking for a pin. This man's playing head games. Oh, wow. They both miss with springboard shooting star presses. Both going for the high risk early. Lloyd Christmas with a basement drop kick right in the mush. Wow, he's aggressive. He's stalking Dr. House. He might be having a bad pain day. Oh my God, vicious headbutt. Going for a pin again. It's too soon, but he doesn't care. Again, the springboard shooting star press is a whiff. Misses with the slap. He might have a concussion. He's missing everything right now as Dr. House unleashes a flurry of shots. It ends with a knee and another springboard shooting star press. The first one to connect. They're connecting at a 25% rate. It's not worth it. House unleashes again and finishes it with a side suplex high up on the neck of Lloyd Christmas, who wisely rolls out, but House going to stay right on top of him. Don't do this. Think of your career. Oh my God. Kicked him right in the face. Lloyd reverses, slide tackle to the leg, and they climb back in. I like how Lloyd Christmas fights. I think that's pretty accurate for what you can do in this game. Somebody chose the moves well. And I feel like House maybe ironically has all sorts of springboard moves and stuff, because we all know typically he has a cane and trouble walking for long distances. He also looks awesome. Both these characters do, actually. Oh my God. Nasty headbutt. Check them both for concussions. Lloyd Christmas finally hits a springboard move. And then the big slap. He looks like Holden Rhodes out there with the vitamin slap. Wow. Walks over top of him. Head games. Oh no. Smashes him with one of those, kind of a rolling DDT. There's so many different variations of it now. It's like half DDT and half Sister Abigail. Oh, spinning back fist. House reverses though. Superman punch. Oh my God. The physician's punch. Uh-oh. What's he going for here? He's setting something up from behind. Got a torture rack situation and the go to sleep, the anesthesia. on Lloyd Christmas. Wow, 2.75. Crowd chanting, fight forever. Another missed springboard. Another missed slap. Wow, Ray Charles wanders into the way. He can't even see. Another spinning back fist. Oh my God. What's he looking for here? Wow. What the hell was that? A wonky looking, I don't even know what to call that. Suplex, I guess? Reverse DDT? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that was. And then a buckle bomb. Or a launch point power bomb. And he took the turnbuckle pad off right in front of Ray Charles. It's even flashing a warning in the top left of the screen. The turnbuckle is exposed, Ray Charles. How can he not see that? There's an elbow. Lloyd Christmas, this is a tilt-a-whirl stunner. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Little delayed. Computer says it's good. I thought it was a little delayed. I'm just being picky though. Lloyd Christmas. Dominant here at Pop Culture Punch-Out. 2-0 so far. House going to move over to the consolation side and fight for his career next week. Good match. I like it. Up next, our pseudo main event. This is the main event, but it's not last because there's a situation. That's all I'm going to say. We've got Ron Burgundy taking on Borat. Ron Burgundy would call Borat a smelly pirate hooker. And Borat would say, very nice, in reply to being called that. Let's skip this ahead. We don't need to see Ray Charles enter. And let's get our first look at Ron Burgundy and Borat, new to the roster. They replaced Mario and the Flintstones. Here he comes. That's pretty good. He is in a glass case of emotion. He'll probably be good in the multi-man matches because of that massive war that he had with the other news stations. He's got experience. His buddy killed a guy with a trident. This is good. The nice saunter, that fits him well. He looks good. Suit looks good. Ron Burgundy versus Borat. And it's like my entire personality in my 20s has come alive on screen to fight its own self. This man is taking 1,000 years to get to the ring. So he's chewing gum as well. That's pretty good. I'm Ron Burgundy. Crowd firmly behind Ron Burgundy as he upturns his palms to the sky and says, you already know. You already know what it is. Now let's get our first look. The debut of Borat. We already saw him earlier. He came in to help Worf hit Lobo right in the back. Now, I guess he could be the action mesh. The one, the only, it's Borat. There will never be another movie like that. That was incredible. The way that Sacha Baron Cohen was able to expose people's inherent racism in a way that became comedy. when edited together. The bravery that it would have taken to shoot some of those scenes in an improv situation where kind of anything goes and anything can happen. Running around the hotel in the little bikini or the G-string. Unreal. Unreal, and it'll never be matched. The second one was kind of take or leave it. Everybody I feel like that one was a lot more scripted, and everybody would already just know who he was, so you could never really pull it off twice. But they tried, and it had a few laughs. There were a few pretty gross parts, but whatever. It was in the same spirit. Here we go. Ron Burgundy versus Borat. The matchup nobody asked for, but I'm giving it to you here at Pop Culture Punch-Out as Ron Burgundy starts hot with a bunch of strikes. And I wouldn't be shocked if Lobo comes out here to settle the score. Friends, if you're new to the channel, I do all sorts of digital wrestling. You need to come back for me and the boys wrestling Mondays at 7 and see all of the fellas duke it out as real people use digital avatars to settle their differences in the ring. We are on our 12th season, and it is insane, the stories that we are telling over there. Ron Burgundy with an underhook backbreaker right across the knee, looking for a pin, but it's still too soon. Borat better start putting up a fight, though, or he's going to be in trouble. And if you're hungry for more digital wrestling, check out Raise the Bar Wrestling. His shows go, I believe, 9 p.m. EST on Tuesdays. Dynamite League. Very energetic host. He's got the theme music in there, the entrance themes and stuff. Borat just took the buckle off, the pad off the turnbuckle. And you should also check out ODW and NXG, the Ryan Cross YouTube channel.
Pervagine hang like sleeve of a wizard.
That line may have been the line of the movie, where the first watch through, I was like, what did he just say? And then when I kind of pieced together what he said and what he meant by it, yeah, like, uh-oh. It was phenomenal. Ron Burgundy going to roll out, take a breather here. Try and quell the momentum. And he does. Borat is in trouble. If Ron Burgundy can get this special move quick, this could be a problem. And I'll be upset that I made this the main event. We had some bangers on the card tonight. Oh, wow. It just flashed in the corner. Bad rope break call. Ray Charles is just standing there. He's not even really being a referee. Borat just kicked Ron Burgundy right in the groin. Ray Charles does not care. He's an anarchist. Look at this. Just disrespect from Ron Burgundy. Borat doesn't like it. Ron Burgundy hits a bicycle pump kick. And then looks for a fancy elbow drop that misses by a lot. Borat gonna scoop him up. Drop him hard across the stomach. Ray Charles there. Only good for 2. This match is far from over. Kick to the stomach. Underhook. And then just tosses him down. Count's looking a little quick, Ray Charles. Oh, crowd's into it. And why wouldn't they be? You got 2 legends in there. 3 if you include Ray Ray. Borat gonna smash the Anchorman's head off that turnbuckle that got replaced eventually. Now he's gonna try and rally the crowd. He charges in. There's the monkey flip. What's he looking for here? He's going to go to that high rent district. Ron Burgundy's halfway across the ring. Oh, wow. Flying cross body block. Looking for a pin dead center of the ring. Only good for 2. Stomp to the arm. Oh, wow. Vicious elbow shots. Yeah, why not? Knock him silly with your elbow. Borat can't believe it. Stomp to the arm. Stomp to the arm. Good work, cameraman. Borat with a series of shots. The Ron Burgundy, the anchor man, he's looking for a small package.
You are retard.
That was another classic moment. Them trying to explain this man is not what you think he is. Ron Burgundy with a kick to the back. Now he's got evil intentions. Oh, wow. A weird looking inverted flipping DDT that we're going to call Stay Classy. Burgundy up to the top rope. Misses terribly with the double axe handle. Goes right back after him. Borat's still stunned. There's a reversal.
Now for Borat.
Yeah, he'd be canceled before he was able to edit the video footage. Looking for a kick. Ron Burgundy with an elbow smash. Irish whip. Sunset flip. No, that's not a sunset flip. You know what I mean. Ron Burgundy showing off that strength. Borat reverses. Takes out the knee. Collar and elbow tie up here. Borat looking for a sidewalk slam as Ray Charles looks on. Borat gonna usher this man to get up and then charge him. Just kind of put a knee right in his chest. Elbows to the guts. Punches. In bunches, and there it is again. Stay classy. Is it enough? 2. Wow. Borat showing that grit. That Kazakhstan grit. One of my other favorites was how excited he was when he was mocking his neighbor who had a chair, and he was like, King in the castle, King in the castle. Because he has a chair. Flying shoulder block. Ron Burgundy's going to hit the ropes. Looking for that swish elbow drop again, but he misses. I'm going to punch you in the ovary. Right in the baby maker. Ron Burgundy. Oh no, grinding the face of Borat against the mat. Drops the elbow. Now he's calling for him to get up. Just to do nothing about it. Up to the second rope. Double axe handle. Looking for a pin here. Wow. Off a double axe handle. What's up, Trey?
Here is your winner, Ron!
Wow. Ron Burgundy going to stay on the championship side. Borat going to move to the consolation side immediately. And we're going to get the bottom of this business with Worf. Why did Borat come out and help Worf? Why would he do that? I'm going to pull that bit here where we've got a situation brewing in the backstage area. It looks like a brawl is broken out between Moist Critical, the Jobberwocky, Bob Ross, Chad Kruger, Gandhi, And those damn dreadnoughts, Torch, Road Pig, and
I don't
Naugahyde
know how to put this,
from
but
G.I. Joe.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Look at that. They're starting up on the catwalk. I've never seen that before. I've used all of these venues a bunch. Do they always start up here? Is that a thing? Have I not used this venue? A couple of new characters we're going to see debut next week in Bob Ross and Gandhi. Jabberwocky may be familiar to some. The Dreadnoughts, of course, from the G.I. Joe universe, but they were made by our friend, Dominic Rex. And all of these Dreadnoughts are on the roster of Me and the Boys Wrestling, which you can catch Mondays at 7 p.m. Moist Critical in there. He took a loss last week to Worf. I forgot to try and tag him in the video. Oh my god, the guardrail just got knocked off. People are using the elevator. Gandhi's walking around. Chad Kruger of Nickelback got his ass beat last week by Lobo. If I gotta pick a winner here, I'm going with Torch. This is a knockout match, I believe. I don't know if it'll be elimination or not. I don't think it will. It'll just be the first one to knock somebody out is going to win this match, I think. The Dreadnoughts are in there fighting each other, and I probably shouldn't have done that. It's going to make the men upset, but let's pretend the Dreadnoughts started this big fight in the parking lot.
I should add spawn.
I think we had a spawn? I'm not sure. I ran about 4 episodes, and then I cut the roster to adjust for Me and the Boys, and then I added a bunch of guys back, and I tried to avoid any of the guys that I'd had in the prior iteration, and I think we had spawn in there. Basically, we're doing a double elimination. Once you lose twice, you're out and get replaced. So we can definitely add Spawn to the list. I know he's out there at least. A lot of people want Betty White. I can't find a Betty White. Jabberwocky getting taken down a peg by Torch as Road Pig works on Bob Ross. Chad Kruger now has Bob Ross. Too much action to call here. Looking to see what kind of fighting style Gandhi has. Friends, if you've never seen the Jabberwockies breakdance, do yourself a favor and look it up on YouTube. They're a lot of fun to watch. Somebody just got bloodied. I think it might have been Gandhi. Who bloodies Gandhi? Those damn Dreadnoughts.
Gonna have to put Ray Charles against Stevie Wonder. Get 50 Cent and Diddy and put them in a Hell in a Cell.
We had, there's an awesome biggie. Actually, there's a bunch. Somebody does the rappers, and they're just like spot on. Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and Jay-Z. There's a bunch. Kendrick. Yeah, Fiddy and Diddy. Oh my God. Fiddy and Diddy in a cell. We'll drop Diddy right down to 30, so it's not even a thing. Moist Critical with a Canadian Destroyer.
Versus Pac last year.
Nice. Naugahyde, well, not really showing off that strength. I don't imagine Bob Ross weighs much, but he dropped him right on what's left of that guardrail. That's a nice touch that it actually falls down to that area and stays. People are using the... Oh my God, look out. Guardrails are falling from overhead. We need Ray Charles in there. Somebody's got to stop this chaos. Bob Ross pops Chad Kruger. Then he reverses. Looking for an underhook something or other, but he's not going to get it. Bob Ross with a clothesline. Moist Critical just took the elevator from the bottom floor to the top as Gandhi gets scooped up. Oh no! Right across that steel guardrail. Most of these guardrails have been knocked down. Okay, Bob Ross is going crazy out there, hitting anything that moves.
The team's face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
No, the Dreadnoks started this fight, and anytime they hit each other, it's by accident. The Dreadnoks started this fight first. They're fine. They're not fighting each other. They're fighting Bob Ross, Chad Kruger, Jabberwocky, Moist Critical, and Gandhi. Look at that. Nagahide with a nasty power bomb to Bob Ross. That didn't knock his ass out. Look at the Dreadnoks have done a divide and conquer kind of thing here. Each one takes a different guy and a different chunk of the set. We're keeping it in kayfabe. It's all good. Nagahide goes for the ride as Jabberwocky and Bob Ross get on the elevator together. How about that elevator ride? Oh, they're fine. They're just going to be cool in the elevator. Oh my God, everybody converging on the elevator. Nagahide fires Chad Kruger into Moist Critical. Oh no, that was Gandhi. Torch into the fray now. It reminds me, I think I do need to make all the Dreadnoks allies. They're on the roster anyway, so I figure we might as well bring them over here, because G.I. Joe's pop culture. Now they're fighting it out on those chests and all that. Nagahide going to come in to save Torch. Did you see that? He distracted Bob Ross to save Torch. How is nobody knocked out yet? Oh my God. There's a bat involved. Bob Ross with a neck breaker on Nagahide. Oh, it is elimination. Okay. Wow, that sucks. We'll have to play it by ear. If the Dreadnoks start having to fight each other, well, I'll just shut it off. I don't want Dominic to get mad. So far, so good, though. We can just call this a melee backstage. I mean, we do want to see who wins, though. Uh-oh. Bob Ross goes for the ride. No Road Pig. No Nagahide. Damn it. Leave him alone. Get in there, Jabberwocky. Oh my God. Ah, well. It's pop culture punch out. There's no continuity here. It's every man for himself. Oh my God. Gandhi pulling off some sweet moves, kicks the Jabberwocky right in the side of the head. A lot of guys in danger here. Nobody's going to remove the carcass of Chad Kruger from the match. It would be good. The problem is it takes up so many slots. Gotta let 4 guys get cut, and we'll do a special G.I. Joe episode. And then cut the G.I. Joe characters immediately after. Somebody's out of here. Who's out? Road Pig, out of this match. Wow. I think the Jabberwocky got him. Jabberwocky, no slouch in there. Former King of the Ring. ULW champion as well. As Bob Ross hits a flying double axe handle. Moist Critical going to mix it up with Torch, and that's a huge mistake. Gandhi's hanging in. He's ducking and weaving. Ooh, he's choosing his spots. Bob Ross just caught him, though. Bob Ross is going to do it. He's trying his hardest. Nagahide going to go after Bob Ross, and that's going to bring the Jabberwocky. The Jobberwocky.
Pin up Bob Ross.
Oh my God, Jabberwocky throws a chair. Gandhi going to elbow his way out of that situation with Nagahide. Nagahide shrugs him off. Jabberwocky stalking Bob Ross. Wow. Knee to the face, nasty clothesline. Moist Critical gets a European uppercut from the Jabberwocky. Gandhi with some kicks, bloodies him, knocks him out of here. Wow. Gandhi taking care of business in there. Torch and Nagahide getting back into the fray. Yeah, Nagahide helped out Torch. Distracts Bob Ross again. Vicious power slam. We are down to 5. Nagahide's going after Torch. I don't know what to do here. I don't want them to fight, but we need a winner, so I'm going to let it run. Sorry, Dominic. I know you don't want to see your guys fight, but this is a different universe. Kendo stick gets tossed. Bob Ross gonna elbow his way out of that situation.
Nobody wants that 50K person shrugging, medium dark skin tone.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna want that money. It's every man for himself. Somebody's gotta win. Torch is down. It looks like he's out, but he's not. Bob Ross gonna try again here. Oh no. Looking for a pile driver, but it's reversed. Moist Critical flies off those crates. Gandhi's running around. Moist Critical takes out Gandhi. Not a boy, Charlie. Bob Ross gets tossed.
That's 200K being ignored.
Torch going to work until I say something, and then it's reversed. Oh no! Torch bludgeons poor Charlie. And bloodies him. Moist Critical cashes in the bounty. And for some reason was put on poor Gandhi. Oh no. The Dreadnought's basically in a tag situation here. Torch and Road Pig against Bob Ross and Moist Critical, but they're going to fight each other, so come on, algorithms. Don't be stupid.
Gandhi is racist. How does Moist Critical still have his head attached to his body after the kick?
Absolutely. Is Gandhi a racist? Is that a thing? I never heard that. Now the Dreadnoughts are fighting it out. It was only a matter of time, I suppose. Wow. Torch is up. Nagahide is up. Come on. Moist Critical interrupts. Oh my God. Moist Critical just threw Bob Ross through a window. Looked like the barber shop out there. And then a Canadian destroyer. Nagahide is out of here. So they didn't have to fight each other too much. So that's not too bad. We're down to 3. Moist Critical, Torch, and Bob Ross. Which one of these fellas gonna stand tall?
Ganda didn't like black people.
I did not know that. Wow. I'm glad he lost. Torch gets whipped up onto the crates. Bob Ross grabs him by the hair and then gets kicked. You're going to see it again. Canadian Destroyer to Bob Ross, and I'm surprised he didn't get knocked out there. What's it going to take to knock out a guy like Torch? And does Moist Critical have what it takes? Does he have a weapon in his bag powerful enough to do that? Bob Ross, I could see. He already went through a glass window earlier. Oh, no. Vicious kick. Oh, my God. Torch tried to light Moist Critical on fire, but I think he missed. Bob Ross going to chase the pair over. Torch looking for a choke slam. This could do it.
He spoke about it in some of his speeches. He used the word for which is the word used for blacks over there, and he spoke about how they...
Bob Ross trying to chop his way back in. Hits a drop kick. Moist Critical gets clobbered in the back of the head. Snapmare takedown. Grinds on the face of Bob Ross. And we're down to 2. Moist Critical and Torch. Friends, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all those social media things because it helps immensely and it's free. Be sure to check out the sponsor of the channel, www.420dna.com, because if it's in you, it should be on you just like it's on me at all times. Moist Critical is going to try and end this thing with a bat. And that might be what it takes. Oh my God, super kick. Stands him right back up. Irish whip to nowhere. Kick to the leg. Break to the eyes. Irish whip, but it's reversed. That was a window for Moist Critical. And he's not able to capitalize, and now what? Now you're in big, big trouble. Oh, he goes up and over into a pin attempt, but no pins here. This is a knockout situation. Elbow to the guts. Big kick to the side of the head. Torch has got a finisher stored up now. They both do, actually. Could be a next finisher win situation here. A sudden death affair. That slam's not going to do it, but Torch is in danger. Charlie's getting a kendo stick. Oh my God. Across the chest, across the head, and that's going to do it. Moist Critical picks up a win in a great underdog story. Friends, that's going to do it for this episode of Pop Culture Punch Out. Thank you for all your suggestions and all the characters that I will try and get. I'll see who I can find, and I'll try and keep it interesting and entertaining. A few guys are cut. We'll recap it next week. Who got cut? I'll rewatch it, and make my list. But that's going to do it for this episode. Have a look around the channel. The easiest way to peruse my channel is by the playlist tab. Find a song, a poem, a ghost story, a funny skit, any of those types of things. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the social media things. It helps immensely and it's free. I'll see you Monday at 7 for Me and the Boys Wrestling. I love you. Bye.